up.
Yum.
You're going to meet Henry. He's the youngest entrepreneur I've ever met.
Oh, really?
You'll have to stick around.
Oh, my goodness. My sister raises honeybees.
Oh, really?
Yes, she does.
Well, that's how Henry got his start. He met somebody who had a bee farm, a beehive.
Yeah.
I guess on a farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it called an apiary? Or
Okay, I don't
yeah,
know.
I think so.
But you're teaching me something because I don't know.
Okay, okay.
Bees scare me. I love the honey, but the bee part scares me. All right, this is K34872. That's why other people do that. I do what I do, they do what they do. All right, this is from KitchenAid. Laura Weathers is back with us with the 12-inch countertop convection oven. Laura, I've known you for 22 years.
Yes, you have.
I have seen you bring lots of KitchenAid product to this network. I don't think I've ever seen you more excited about an item than I've seen you with this one. Now, you and I presented this many times, but the first time you were telling me about this, you nearly spun out of your shoes.
Well, and let me just say that it was a reluctant at first when I saw it. Yeah, when I first got this oven, I thought my grandma had a oven. You know, a little toaster oven.
Little toaster oven on the counter.
And this one's bigger, and it better earn its place on my countertop.
Well, it did, didn't it?
And oh my gosh, David, we're downsizing at our house.
Yeah.
And moving to a little bit smaller, but this is going to have a spot on that kitchen counter.
You better know it.
I'm telling you.
It all begins with the dials that go down the side of the oven here. So, Laura, walk us through our functions.
Okay. All right. So, right up here, let me just say this. This is just like your regular wall oven, only it's just compact. It's about the size of a regular cookie sheet as far as the footprint goes, but it works the same way. So just like on your large oven, you're going to select the function with this knob up here. And then with this knob, just like on your regular oven, you're going to select the temperature. And then right here, this is the timer. And this is something that we've had a little bit of chatter about on the forums there. But what I want you to know is that when you turn it counterclockwise, it is a timer for up to 60 minutes. But when I turn this the opposite direction, it overrides that 60-minute timer.
So you make it longer.
And I can bake for up to 4 hours before David, it turns itself off.
I love that.
So you cannot leave this oven on. Your son who came in to cook pizzas for all of his buddies, and then they got to laughing and joking and happened to leave. Yeah. And then I don't have to worry because the oven turned itself off.
Turns itself off.
How did I know this? It happened to me. Okay?
Because you are a mom. You know how that works. Now, this is K34872. I will tell you, we've got it at $119.92, which is a tremendous value. But then we're going to take that really amazing price and make it even easier to afford and budget because we're going to put it on Easy Pay. 6 easy payments of $19.99. You're talking about big casserole dishes fit in here.
3 quarts.
A 12-inch pizza fits in here.
This 6-pound chicken.
A big 6-pound chicken.
Yeah.
A big tray of cookies, whatever you want to do. A pie. There's a crumb tray down below. So if you're baking anything like cheese toast or you're doing anything like that and you end up with some crumbs or some mess, or maybe your casserole bubbles over.
Or your pie.
This is going to be important to know you've got that kind of flexibility in the bottom of the oven to make
That's how you clean it.
Clean up.
Covers the entire bottom there, David.
Because think about what smells in an oven. It's something that is dripped over, it's burned on the bottom, and then you forget about it because you turn your oven off until the next time you turn it on and preheat it, and you're like, what's that smell? Oh, that's the pizza I made last week that bubbled over on the floor of the oven, right? So this is 6 easy payments of $19.99, but you know what? At the beginning and the end of the day, what really makes me feel good about this? 2 words. KitchenAid.
Yeah, listen. What does that sound like?
Sounds like a
Doesn't
expensive
sound
car
like
door.
your grandma's toaster oven, does it, there, David?
No, ma'am.
And speaking of functions, let's just say this. It will broil, it will bake, it will keep warm. Remember, it will keep warm for up to 4 hours, or I can set that timer from 0 to 60, and it will also bake, broil, and toast. By the way, it does toast. It will take 6 slices of toast.
Great.
And I'm going to move over to this oven,
Please.
David, because I just heard the bell ring.
Okay.
And I happen to know that David, like my husband, loves a good cookie. My husband likes them hot from the oven, so I can cook just a few at the time. This is one of the pans that you're going to get.
Ooh, careful, that pan's hot.
And this is the rack, which I'm now using to cool cookies.
So we're cooling some peanut butter cookies here. These are peanut butter white chocolate.
These are macadamia nut and white chocolate.
I beg your pardon.
And let me see.
How you doing?
Yeah, and let me see here. Oh, and so then look at the even browning. Remember that this is a convection oven, so that means it's got a fan inside that when I choose the baking function, it's going to blow the air around the entire interior of the oven.
Well, and remember also, with convection cooking, that's what it's all about. It's surrounding your food with warm air, so you get more even cooking. Your food cooks faster. Because remember, that fan is circulating all that heat around the food. So you've got warm air top and bottom, left and right, side to side, top and bottom. Everything cooks beautifully.
And it's more consistent. The heat stays more consistent. Now you're going to get 2 different racks with this, and these you can flip over and work in many different configurations. There's 3 slots that these racks can go on, so it will accommodate any food that you have. You can also use that rack again as a cooling rack, like we did on this pie right down here in front. The pie is just cooling on one of the shelves. Now, David, this is a little side dish that's kind of unique. It's kind of a smarter side dish with that healthy avocado, and then it's got just a little lime juice and a little hot sauce in with the lime juice.
Nice.
And then I sprinkle it with Parmesan cheese. Remember, listen to that quality. And then right over here, just like you do on your regular oven, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this on broil. I'm going to set the temperature control on broil. And then this is the button, of course, that is going to be my timer. Remember that if I turn it counterclockwise, it acts like a 0 to 60-minute timer, will automatically turn off the oven, or I can counterbalance that by turning it the opposite way, and the oven will cook for up to 4 hours and turn itself off.
The most important thing to remember here is that this is 6 easy payments on your credit card of only $19.99. And again, what makes me feel the most confident? These 2 words at the bottom. It's a KitchenAid branded oven. I would never call this a toaster oven because it is so much more. This is a countertop convection oven with broil pan, crumb tray. It's going to do everything your big oven can do, but not take up all the room and not heat up your kitchen, particularly during the warmer weather months that we hope will soon get here. All right, this is K34872. Let's welcome Rosie in Arkansas. Rosie, how are you tonight?
I am just fine, David.
Wonderful.
How are you?
Well, I'm as fine as frog hair, Rosie. I am. And I want you to meet Laura Weathers from KitchenAid.
I have bought several ovens trying to get one that I like and to take them back. And when I saw this one, I ordered it, and I have been so pleased.
Wonderful.
Oh, good.
So tell us, what was it about this oven that thrilled you most?
Well, I guess the control of it.
Yes.
The controlling the knobs and everything. You can get what you want.
Well, you know, you remember on those old toaster ovens, Rosie, they had 2 settings, off and burn the house down.
Right.
Yeah, so you
and
either...
that's the kind I was getting.
Yeah, exactly. And you put them in there, and either something burns to a crisp or it's way underdone. So this actually gives you control. You can actually set a real temperature in this oven.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's perfect. Well,
And-
I'm so
David,
glad.
I want to tell you something.
Yes, ma'am.
When you first came on this to do this job and you replaced bear stock,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
thought, oh my Lord, we won't have a good show anymore.
Oh,
Was I ever surprised?
thank you.
No one could ever take your place.
Well, aren't you kind? You are just so sweet to say that. We love what we do here on In the Kitchen with David, and we're so tickled that you're watching down in Arkansas with us.
And I'm trying to keep you on the air because I buy everything you put on.
Is that right?
Well, we're so happy. Thank you so much, Rosie.
We appreciate that more than you know. Rosie, I hope you'll stay tuned tonight. We've got about 25 minutes left. And, of course, all weekend we'll be here with you. On Sunday, we've got a big 24-hour cook event, okay?
I will. I wouldn't miss you for anything.
Well, you are a sweetheart, Rosie. Our very best to you and a big foodie hug from all of us, okay?
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you,
Thank you,
love.
Rosie.
Too. Be well. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Y'all
Bye-bye.
So, very busy on our phone lines. Rosie is loving her KitchenAid oven. And I love what she said. David, Laura, it gives me control in a countertop oven.
Yes. And because that was evasive. As she said, she tried several countertop ovens. I love it because I can just do a small amount. I don't have to spend the time to heat the whole oven. It will heat up so much quicker because it's such a smaller thing. And I don't even have to just use it in the kitchen. Sometimes, David, I take it out and use it on my sideboard in my dining room when I have guests so that they can enjoy breakfast out there and I can be in the kitchen cooking something else.
Well, I remember when I was a little boy, when I was old enough to use the oven, Mom would buy and stock up on little frozen individual chicken pot pies.
Oh, yeah.
And when I was old enough to go, when I came home from school to use the oven and she felt safe with me using it unsupervised, she'd let me bake those off. But we couldn't put them in the toaster oven because those toaster ovens were not equipped for that kind of thing.
And really weren't the capacity that this one is.
And I would always have to use the big oven, which even though Mom felt confident with me in the kitchen, she was a little nervous because she wasn't home with me.
Right.
And the toaster oven might have been a better option, but it just wasn't equipped to handle a frozen pot pie.
Right.
These kinds of ovens are designed for little frozen pot pies and great big casserole dishes.
Or a big 12-inch pizza. Look
or
at that.
Or a gorgeous roasted chicken. I mean, this becomes the oven you'll use all the time.
Right.
We hear from customers who say, I don't even turn my big oven on anymore.
Yes.
Because I've got my countertop oven from KitchenAid. And why do you want to pick it up tonight? There are 6 reasons, and they're all called Easy Pay. 6 payments of $19.99. So don't miss out on this opportunity. We're busy on our phone lines. Folks love the quality of KitchenAid, and now you've got it in this great countertop oven that is not just an oven, it's a convection oven, it's a toaster oven, it broils, it does everything you need.
It will keep it warm.
And turns itself off at the end.
Hello.
We love that part.
We love that part.
Don't miss out on this.
And by the way, it does toast.
It does, indeed. That toaster oven is going to do what the old toaster ovens did, plus a whole lot more. So stay on the line for this. Laura will be with us for our big 24-hour cook event coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, meet me at 8 o'clock. I have a whole hour show.
Is that 8 a.m.?
8 p.m.
Oh, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be on Sunday night for a special nighttime edition of In the
starting
Kitchen
at
with Amy.
9, right
At
after
9.
my show.
I'm coming in by sled. Because they're expecting a big old snowstorm. All right, this is K34872. Laura, we'll see you Sunday. Be careful in all this bad weather coming up, okay?
I will.
Hey, Spurtlemania is loose again in the studio. We've got Lucinda Scala Quinn coming up. How many minutes away?